I.S.U.P.K.
God is going to bring up their captivity. God is going to bring up what you've done to the Mexicans at the U.S.-Mexico border. God's going to bring up what you've done to the Puerto Ricans here in Yonkers, here in the Bronx. You got terrorist police forces running the damn New York City. They're worried about the Taliban. I'm worried about the NYPD, man, cracking my son's skull in, abusing and oppressing my fathers, choking my relatives to damn death, man, in Brooklyn, in Staten Island, etc. That's the damn terrorist group they need to be worried about. The white supremacist group, the NYPD, man. The Taliban, that's their problem. But we're being terrorized by every nation, every police force in this damn country, man. And God's going to answer them for it. He's going to bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. You thought you could walk over these Mexicans. You thought you could walk over these Central Americans. You thought you could abuse God's people. God's answering now. God's answer. I bet you never thought you'd be in a time where the governor is telling you, you must stay in your house. I bet if I told you that a year ago, you look at me like I'm crazy. But God answered, and God sent COVID-19 to judge these nations, man. He's bringing again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. You see, you forgot that you performed biological warfare on the Latinos and on the Native Americans by giving them blankets with smallpox, by giving them coke. Those Native Americans down there in South America that were mining copper, what they don't tell you is the Spaniards were giving them cocaine, man. Cortez and them were giving them cocaine, etc., doping them up. They lied. They stole this place, and they slaughtered the New York Native Americans, man, the Native Americans of New York and across this country. And God's bringing it up again. Read on.
Verse 2, I will also gather all nations.
God is going to gather all nations. You Christians, you talk about God loves everybody. God's going to gather all nations together. We can all be saved. God is going to bring all nations together. What is God going to do? Is God going to bring them together for a charades contest, huh? Is he going to bring them together to play tic-tac-toe and checkers and chess and to knit and sew? Read on.
And will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. God
is going to take all nations and bring them to the valley of Jehoshaphat. The valley of Jehoshaphat is the land you now know of as the Middle East. And what is going on right now in the Middle East? Is there not war breaking out in Afghanistan? Are they not worried about the Iranians day and night? Is Iraq still not in shambles? That's the valley of Jehoshaphat. And they are going to gather in that land. All nations on this earth are converging on the Middle East right now as we speak. Read on.
And will plead with them there for my people.
And will do what?
Plead with them there for my people.
No, God's going to save everyone.
Plead with them there for my people.
God is going to bring them down to plead with them for his people. How does God plead with you? God pleads with you with COVID-19. God pleads with you with AIDS. God pleads with you with world wars, man. And that's what God's going to bring down on them for what they've done to the blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Your days of kicking Puerto Ricans and Mexicans up and down this damn country, working them to damn death, keeping them in slave plantations in Iowa and all across the Midwest are coming to a damn end, man. And God is going to save his people, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You are the people that Christ came to save. You're the people that Christ came to die for, and you're the people that God is bringing war in the Middle East to save, man. You're the people. Drop that, give me crying about medicine. This place is going to be destroyed because of unrighteous dealings, man. And how they've dealt with the Puerto Ricans was unrighteous. How they've dealt with the Mexicans was unrighteous. How they've dealt with the Dominicans was unrighteous, and it was wicked. And because of that, God's going to destroy this place, man. Everything you see in front of you is going to be rubble in a very, very short time. Probably in your lifetime. The Russians, Chinese, North Korea are going to descend on New York City and blow it up, man. And turn it into a damn tourist attraction. A wasteland. Read on.
Killings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. The kingdom is translated from one people to another.
See that? Because of unrighteous dealings, corruption, man. Injuries, murder, theft. Child molestation, which is rampant in this damn place as well, which no one wants to talk about, which your Christian church and your Iglesia and your Catholic church will not discuss. They won't talk about. Because of these acts, this kingdom is going to be destroyed. America is falling. and there's no one to pick her up. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved, so you can understand. This whore is going down. And every other nation, all her pimps are trying to bring America back together, put America back together. The days of America being great are gone. Rambo is gone, okay? America got their teeth kicked in by a bunch of cave-dwelling Arabs who threw rocks and hid in damn caves for 20 years. This world is out of damn whack. This world is out of whack, and God is going to reestablish the earth with blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans ruling the earth, okay? Read it again.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit.
And riches gotten by deceit. They've gotten these riches by deceit. Spain became rich through slaughtering and enslaving the Latinos and the Native Americans. France became rich by slaughtering and enslaving the Haitians and the West Indians and the so-called Negroes here in America. Unrighteous dealing and riches gotten by deceit. There is no bigger drug dealer on the planet Earth than the so-called Caucasian. Right. That's where your plug is getting his connects from. That's where he's getting his pounds from. They're the drug dealer. They're the thief. They're the liar. And all this money that America stored up was stored up through unrighteous dealings, man. Through theft, lying, murder, etc., man. And it's why America's falling, man. This is it. You can kiss America goodbye. You can kiss weed goodbye. You can kiss OnlyFans and whores goodbye. You can kiss murder and gangs goodbye because all of it's going away, man.
Chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
Esau is what?
The end of the world.
Esau, he's the end of the world. This kingdom right now with the Europeans, the Spaniards, the French, the Dutch, etc., running it, this is the end of the world. Now, is everybody going to die? Is that it? Read on.
And Jacob.
And who?
And Jacob.
And Jacob. Jacob, his name was later changed to Israel. Jacob is a progenitor of blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the biblical Israelites. If you're El Salvadorian, Central American, Mexican, Puerto Rican, a so-called Negro here in America, you descend from a man named Israel. You are an Israelite, a biblical Jew. Read on.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Jacob is the beginning of the world that followeth. The new world will be run by Mexicans. The new world will be run by Central Americans. The new world will be run by black people, West Indians, Haitians are going to rule the planet Earth after this world falls. And you're watching it fall right now, are you not? The world fell so low that they were giving people free money. Have you ever heard of that before in your life? Don't panhandle. Don't give money to the homeless. Don't help them. They were printing money out hot off the press and sending you free money, man. This world's coming to a damn end. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, nobody's going to care for us. We have to care for each other, man, and raise each other up to rule this planet Earth because God said that the Negro, the Latino, and Native American will rule the planet Earth.
Don't let nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before, but you a black man like me.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good record. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain, something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?